So welcome to the Mental Margarita Show. We're here with Carrie and Terry Nordell of the Cozy Cactus Country Inn in Sedona, Arizona. How are you?
Wonderful. Hello.
We are so happy to have you on the show. We're excited for people to get to hear all about your wonderful resort and getaway in Sedona and all the things that you have to offer. But before we get into all that fun stuff, we're going to go way back to the beginning where it all began.
So I was born in Las Cruces, New Mexico, which is why Hatch chilies are basically in almost everything that I cook. And I'll let Terry.
I'm from the Midwest. I'm from Illinois and Indiana.
So tell us a little bit about how you two hooked up, because I remember something about you being together way back in the day, and then kind of went your separate ways and reconnected. What happened there?
Well, we knew each other actually in the 1980s. I was young. Terry's 4 years older than me, so not as young, but we became friends and we loved each other and liked each other, but we were young and he had a girlfriend and we just were friends, and then we didn't see each other for a number of years until both of us got divorced. And after 30 plus years, Match.com matched us, and here we are.
That's an incredible story. What are the odds of that? The chances of that happening?
Yeah. I've heard other stories from cozy. We call guests that come in cozies. From cozies that have said that they used to go to school together, and then 30 years later they reunited. But I have two kids. Okay, so I have two boys, so it's a good thing that we didn't connect. But anyhow, we should have connected way back.
And here we are.
Here we are.
Thank you, Match.com.
It's the stars.
And our dog is barking in the background. That's Tequila.
Tequila. We have many four-legged guests on the show, so we love our puppy friends. So everybody knows we're not being paid by Match.com in any way. But there's a testimonial for you.
We did send our story in, but I guess they get lots of stories. So didn't hear anything back, but that's okay.
So no.
I'm sure I've heard a few cool stories, but yours is the neatest one because it's just what are the chances?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Well, that's just awesome. Back in 2008, you purchased a property in Sedona that was a bed and breakfast. So what drew you to Sedona? Why Sedona?
So this was before Terry and I were reunited. So I grew up in, mainly the Phoenix area, Scottsdale, Phoenix area, and had been coming up to Sedona and loved it. And I've been in software sales, for years, which is someplace that you can do your job and live anywhere. So it was kind of like, all right, where do I want to live? Anywhere in the United States. And I Googled Sedona and I looked for opportunities, and the bed and breakfast, the Cozy Cactus, was for sale. And so we bought it. And so I was able to do my other job plus, do the Cozy Cactus. And it's in Sedona is where I wanted to end up and wanted to live. And so it worked out great. And now better that, I get to share it with Terry.
And not every couple can be in business together and work together. So that speaks a lot to how connected you two are, and in sync, and because it takes a lot of understanding and patience and hard work. It's work all the time just to own your own business, but the kind of business that you have in hospitality, you do all those extra things that make it so special when people come to visit, and when people come to it's a whole experience. So that's the beauty of what goes into that. Was the bed and breakfast kind of resort thing kind of a dream of yours initially, that you just kind of always said, this is something I want to do at some point?
Yeah. I'm not going to say it was a dream always, except for every time I traveled and I stayed at an establishment, a B&B, I'm a chef. I mean, I don't have the certificate or anything, but I love to cook, and everybody says they call me a chef. And I have hospitality background as well. So every time I stayed at a place, it was like, I can do this and I can do it better. And so given the opportunity, and we've been the #1 lodging establishment in Sedona for God, at least the last 12 years. And a lot of it is, my hospitality background, my culinary background, but it was like it all came together. And then, Terry came in, later. And he is such a people person that, I mean, the guests are like, the reviews are like, all right, the Cozy Cactus is amazing. Sedona is amazing, but thank you, Terry. And it's great.
It's icing on the cake, and these days it's hard to find good customer service, much less a real person
Oh,
giving you giving you service, even on the
We
phone, or just their interactions are so automated now.
we don't have a call service,
no,
no automation.
no. And we over communicate. And you were talking about customer service. We travel a lot, and when we can. But one of the beautiful things, or one of the great things that I've heard in the last year and a half, because that's 2 years, that's how long I've been at the Coast of Cactus, is we think of everything. We're not a typical hotel or resort. You need a toothbrush. It's in the closet. We think of everything, and people are astonished. Plus, I'm a decent cook.
I'm
So,
teaching him.
yeah, she's teaching me. So we make people feel like they're cozy, and they're home away from home.
And I read one of the reviews, a woman that had been there 12 times just raved about each visit, and that was her destination where she wanted to come to. So,
So
you
Yeah.
know,
we call
you
them
don't go
cozies.
somewhere
Yep.
you don't go
Yeah.
somewhere 12 times unless
Yeah.
it's a really amazing experience.
Yeah.
We have friends, amazing friends around the world
Which
because
we
of the
visited.
cozy.
We've gone to France,
Italy, and
Italy,
yeah.
and New Zealand, and Canada. So we go visit them also.
Let's hear from one of the cozies who stayed here. This is my 12th time at the Cozy Cactus, and it never disappoints. This time I was so excited to stay in the new courthouse. It was absolutely perfect. It has lots of natural dreamy light and the most epic view. Every room has bell rock in the mix. I did my usual hike 2 times a day, literally steps away from my room. This place truly has it all. This is my home away from home. Thank you for always making me feel so warm and cozy in your perfect retreat. And there's so much to do. Your website, cozycactus.com, has a lot of resources for people visiting. And as this interview and this episode is part of our travel series, at the same time, we want people to think about the Cozy Cactus Country Inn for a lot of other different things too. You're also a wedding venue and can accommodate up to 75 guests. You can accommodate up to 20 for like wedding parties. You've got suites and condos. And tell us a little bit about the amenities. I was excited when I saw about retreats. People can plan a group retreat, and what better place to come, whether it's for a corporate event, a church, bachelorette party. There's all kinds of
Yoga.
I know.
So I'm going to reverse your numbers a little bit. So we can accommodate 20 people because we have 9 bedrooms with 9 king beds, 1 king sofa sleeper, and then 2 full sofa sleepers. But as far as attendees of the event, we can do up to 75. And we're
Okay.
hosting. We just got our permit last year from the Yavapai to do up to 75 guests at an event. So we're excited about that. And we're doing the Sedona Expo this month. We're doing the Prescott Wedding Expo next month. And it's just we're so new to the game that people don't know us in that arena,
Mhm.
but we've had yoga retreats coming for I think 6 years straight, and team building for business and family reunions. It's with our, with our 9 bedrooms, 4 kitchens, 9.5 bathrooms, and and it's so unique. You have to come out and see.
Yeah.
It's just, and then
Oh,
we
It-
back up to the
we're
Coconino
coming.
National Forest. So we have a private entrance into the forest,
Wow.
and within 15 minutes you're at Bell Rock Courthouse Cathedral.
Mm.
It's just amazing.
The beautiful views, and people are seeing that as we're talking. They're able to experience some of what we're talking about. You just have to be there in person and just go and experience it, because Sedona is a magical place. And yes, it is on our list. We're going to be there probably midsummer, early to midsummer, and can't wait to see everybody. We have met so many beautiful people in Sedona, your neighbors, people that are featured on the series, and it just, what a wonderful and beautiful place of healing and people reconnecting to nature. We need to unplug
Mhm.
sometimes and just learn to enjoy, because in this world that we live, we're so attached to our devices and rely on them and forget sometimes to enjoy the beauty and the healing power of it around us. So
Yeah.
when I was mentioning your website, you've got all kinds of resources, from suggesting places to eat, things to do, all of the hiking and the tours and the trails all around, from hot air balloons to, there's all kinds of things. Now, getting back to this delicious food that you were talking about, I saw pictures, but what's the specialty? What maybe should we ask for when we come and stay? Because
Yeah.
you've got to have some most requested, I'm sure.
Yeah, well, it's changed since COVID, and I think for the better. So before COVID, we did a 3-course breakfast, and it lasted 2 hours, and it was amazing. And then of course COVID hit, and then after COVID, people didn't want to sit together. And so we're like, okay, what else can we do? So, and the other feedback we got when we were doing the 3-course breakfast is, again, the hiking and the biking is what brings people to Sedona. And the morning is the most spectacular. So they didn't want to miss our breakfast, but being out on the trails between 7 and 10 was the ideal time. So what we're doing now is we deliver breakfast the afternoon before, and we do frittatas, they have their choice. We do their fresh muffins, they have their choice. We do yogurt parfaits, and we put it in all of our rooms have refrigerators or full kitchens, and we put it in their room, and then they can eat it. Yeah, they can eat it at 6 in the morning, then go hike. They can eat it when they come back. They can split it. A lot of people say, hey, we had your muffin at midnight as a snack, and then we're going to have everything else the day before. And then, and some of our cozies that have been here, since 2008, they miss meeting and greeting until they get here. And then it's like they connect with people. And our patio, we have an expansive patio that looks out at Bell Rock, and lots of table seating. And so they're like, well, we met this couple. We're going to have breakfast tomorrow. We're just going to bring our breakfast and have it out on the patio. So you still have that option if you want it, but it opens up so much more. And it's I'd say 5% are like, we liked it the old way. 95% are like, thank you, this is great.
So, which I'm excited to, as I've been exploring Sedona through the series, learning that it's a low light community, so that we can maximize the view of the stars at night, and no light pollution is allowed in the area.
Well,
So
I'll
now
jump in
we're,
there and just say the stargazing tour, I think it's the only one, or the number one stargazing tour, is about a mile from us. So our guests that book, it's a 2-minute drive for them to see. Just
is it the
amazing.
fellow that comes out? He brings out telescopes and everything for people to see.
Yeah, he was an prior astronaut, and yeah, it's hot cocoa and blankets if you need it, but it's quite the experience.
Gosh, I can't wait. This is whetting my appetite for coming out there. So where's your favorite place to go eat? If you come out, you want to just get away and have a nice dinner. Where's your recommendation? Local.
Wow. Well,
a lot of people want to go up to Sedona proper, up to Sedona.
so we'll stop. We're in the village of Oak Creek, which is
Yes.
an unincorporated area. We're 5 miles from uptown Sedona, which is amazing. It's great because, that's like they say the Disneyland of Arizona. So you can go there, but otherwise, if you're in the village, it's much more quiet. And again, that's where Bell Rock and Cathedral Rock and, and the chapel and Red Rock Crossing are all with us. So I would say people staying here, we have to talk about the Chop House. So
Well,
the
yes,
Village
that's
Chop
high
House,
end.
yeah, the Village Chop House
Yep.
is not a chain.
No.
It is a small chef-owned, amazing restaurant that's right here in the village that has the best seafood, the best prime rib. It's amazing. And then we have,
farm to table.
yeah.
And you could go from, she did it backwards, but you could go from barbecue, some of the best barbecue
Across the
in town.
street, Colts, yeah.
Chinese, you could go
Red Chopsticks across the street.
amazing pizza and
If
barata.
you want to drive 10, 15 minutes up to Sedona, the Hudson for the views up at the Hudson are really good. Elote,
For Mexico.
Elote is Central Mexican food, and I think they're on a 6-month waiting list. So if you are listening
Wow.
to this,
I know.
then book.
So you're going to want to know, and you're going to contact us on where to go. Okay, that's what
Yes,
guests do.
definitely.
That's what guests do. They call me
Yep.
and say, "What do you suggest?"
Yep.
So yeah,
But it sounds like too, you don't even have to go anywhere. You can just
you don't.
we've got places right there close by.
We have a
And
bike rental place across the street from us.
Two.
Of them.
Yeah.
And you can have a cafe. You can have a coffee while you rent your bike. So yeah,
Well, and I'm gonna stop there. So
and golf courses.
three of
My
our
God.
3 of our units have full kitchens.
Yeah.
The other 3 have kitchenettes with at least microwaves and toasters and and that type of thing. We have 2 grills on property, and Clark's Marketplace, they're in Bell and Aspen, and amazing grocery store just down the street. So I mean, some people that have been on the road traveling, they're like, I don't want to eat out. And so with our kitchens and our grills, they don't have to.
gosh, there's so much. There's so much.
Oh, there's vineyards. A lot of people that stay with us go up to the Grand Canyon. They go up to Utah. They go up to what is it?
Antelope
Antelope
Canyon.
Canyon and come back.
But Sedona, you mentioned vineyards. I mean, Sedona area, Verde Valley is becoming a wine mecca. So
So
there's 10,
Cove,
12 wineries like right in the area.
Cove Mesa Vineyards is going to be featured on this series.
Oh, wonderful.
So
Great.
we're telling their story, the Mullins out there, Cindy and Emil. They've built a beautiful place out there. So we're excited. We're gonna be sharing their story and all about their wine. And
Nice.
you can't really travel without having a wine tasting experience. It just kind of goes hand in hand to be
Cheers.
able to
Yes.
go and and just sit and enjoy. It just enhances what's already so such a wonderful experience.
Yes.
Yep.
Now, what do you the name of this show is Mental Margarita for a reason. It's about finding your center, kind of finding your escape, your passion. What do you two like to do for fun and kind of get away from it all and enjoy?
We love to dance, and there is dancing in Sedona. Just so people are wondering, can they go out and do a two-step, or can they go out and listen to some nice jazz? But us, we love to travel. We live on the 18th green, so we love to golf.
Oak Creek Country Club,
Like
right by the cozy
mile.
cactus. It's
a mile.
amazing. And yeah.
We love to hike because how can you not hike if you're living in Sedona? What else do we like?
Well, I mean, I'm going to go back to the travel is one, we get to experience travel through our guests because they're all from all around the world. So
Right.
we get that, but then since 2008, just making some amazing friends. Last year, and again, we do love the travel, and we love the beach, and we love the sound of the ocean. We traveled to Italy and France, flew in, guest cozies picked us up, and we traveled throughout France with them, and then they went back to France, and then we traveled Italy. So
we get
it's
invited. So
we
it's
get invited, but
wonderful.
we get to travel through them, and then we get to travel because of them.
Yeah.
And it's special.
It is special. And you never know where you're going to meet folks and make new connections, new friends. And we encourage people. We're just built that way. We're supposed to connect with people, and we learn so much from others, other cultures, and it's exciting, and it adds so much color to our world.
It does.
Well, we're so excited that people are getting to experience your place through pictures, through videos, testimonials. What's the best way for them to book? There's a lot of things online, but you also have that ability right on your website, cozycactus.com. But how do you prefer people reach out to you and connect?
Book direct. I mean, I know people get points through, booking and other, but for owners of a small establishment, give us a call, go online. Our calendars update, just again, as you said, cozycactus.com, and book direct, and again, give us a call. And hey, we're happy to give a 10% discount if they give us a call and say, this is where they found us.
Good.
Yeah.
So make sure, audience, that for anyone that's watching right now, 10% off. If you tell them you've heard them on the Mental Margarita Show. Thank you so much. It's so very generous, and we appreciate that. And I know the audience is going to enjoy taking advantage of that as well. And book ahead of time. Don't wait to the last minute. Plan your trip ahead and all the wonderful things to experience in Sedona. And be sure to stay at the Cozy Cactus Country Inn.
There you go.
So we're looking forward to seeing you, and please let us know of any updates. We'll stay in touch so that we make sure we don't miss out on anything. And remember, folks, parties, reunions, weddings, yoga retreats.
Family reunions. It really brings everybody together, So, yep.
You can turn in-laws from outlaws back into in-laws again. So yes, there's beautiful things can happen in Sedona and the impossible. So very good suggestion there. So, well, thank you so much for being on the show. And we've just loved visiting with you and getting to know a little bit more about your beautiful place there in Sedona. Thank you.
We look forward to
You're
seeing
welcome.
you.
And you're going to be in Sedona. Cozy Cactus.
I've got your number.
Yes, you do. And I have yours. All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye. Sedona is a magical place with beauty and wonder all around. While visiting Sedona, be sure to book an experience with Sedona Jeep Tours, family-owned and operated by longtime Sedona residents who are committed to conservation and enjoying this beautiful land responsibly. If you want to explore the science behind the healing magic of Sedona, attend one of the weekly Vortex lectures by local author and expert Pete A. Sanders Jr. Color your world with a visit to Soul Shine Sedona, your one stop for all things spiritual, from clothing and jewelry to crystals and more. If you're crazy about coffee, pop into Faye Cafe, your source for coffee, plants, and books, and is Sedona's only indoor plant store. Their coffee is sourced locally in Sedona, and other items in the shop come from Arizona-based businesses. Take a short drive to explore the wine region of the Verde Valley. The tasting room at Cove Mesa Vineyards in Cornville awaits for you to sample their award-winning wines along with some tasty items from the kitchen to complement your experience. There's no better time to explore than now. Explore Sedona. business owners. Get your messages to Pahrump and Nye County by advertising with KNYE 95.1 FM, the big voice of Pahrump and Nye County. Call 775-537-6100. That's 775-537-6100.
You're starstruck, here's a sprinkle of the stardust. Hold your champagne glass and your cigars up. See the guys with mob ties drive the cars up. Bright lights, most nights they buy the bars up. Candy coated Chevy cars on the highway. It's Frankie baby, it's on and this is my way. Dean Martin at the Sands this Friday. With Sammy Davis, here's a little hint where I stay. The city shines like Liberace's mansion. And you know Elvis had the whole city dancing. Showgirl silhouette steady prancing. Shout out to June, just the Copa Girls anthem. Legal gambling, yeah, that would tempt me. It's Sin City, holy water couldn't cleanse me. And Wayne Newton had the crowd in a frenzy. Live at the Stardust, the seats never empty.